Hello everybody, SecretPlot45 here again with another commentary because I haven't done one in forever and there's something pretty important coming out new soon that I need to talk about, and that is what should be the PS4. Now for those of you who do not know, Sony is announcing something big. We don't know for sure what yet, but everyone's saying it's the PS4 because that's the only logical thing, and it's going to happen on the 20th, which is really soon. So I probably should have done this video a while ago, but anyway, there's a whole bunch of rumors and stuff circulating about the PS4, what Sony's going to announce, what's going to be at the event. So let's get right into it. So a lot of you have probably heard some of this before, but I'm going to go over some of the main rumors about the console and, more importantly, what I think the games will be, price, stuff like that for y'all guys. I guess I hate using another commentary. Anyway, anyway, so there were some pics released recently about the controller. Now there's been rumors going on for a while that it's gonna have a touchpad or touch screen that's like similar to the Wii U. I do not think they're going to do a touch screen, which is a touch screen is something like an iPhone or a DS or whatever, where you can actually touch the screen, thus the name. But a touch pad is just like a pad, like something on the back of the Vita that you can like tap or scroll or whatever, kind of like the little mouse thing if you have a laptop that comes with it. But anyway, the touchpad, we're not exactly sure what it will do, but on the leaked pictures of, looks like a dev kit for the PS4 controller, it does replace the start and select buttons, so maybe it will be used for like pausing the game or something like that. But a lot of people are getting like overly, I don't know, crazy about the pictures, but I don't, because they're saying like it's ugly, it's stupid, it looks dumb. There's still some problems, like a lot of people apparently wanted the thumbsticks to be wider and farther apart, because that's an important issue. But anyway, they don't realize is that it's a dev kit. The stuff that the like publishers like Sony give to developers is not the stuff that actually comes out in the final release, and that stuff is called a dev kit, which is essentially just, it's not pretty, it's just supposed to showcase like the actual what's in the stuff. So it's not going to be a big deal. You don't have to worry about it being ugly or whatever. I'm sure the actual controller will look much smoother and be better than that. Also on the controller is, this has been a rumor that's been going around for a while, and it seems like it's actually on the controller. There's a possibility of a streaming button on the controller, which will essentially allow you to capture like the last 15 or so minutes of gameplay. So if you're like me and you're a YouTuber, you want to get into YouTube or whatever, and you're like, oh man, I just had this awesome match, I wish I could show it to my friends, or whatever, you can press that little button and you've got the last 15 minutes in front of you. You can probably like edit it in some way and save it. I mean, like, it's not going to replace like my capture card, my hop hog or anything, and if you really want to get into YouTube and stuff, I would recommend getting one of those. But if for the rest of you guys who don't want to actually, spend the 200 or whatever bucks that you need to get a capture card, it's a nice way to share some cool stuff with your friends, because, you're like, oh man, I just got this awesome kill or whatever, and I wish I could show it to my friends, and now you can. So that is not all. That's also something that's not rumored to be on the Xbox 720. So, or at least, I mean, like, it could be, but they haven't released that yet. So it seems like that's something that the PS4 rather would have an edge over the Xbox in it. But anyway, okay, this is the kind of bad news-ish, I guess, I'm not sure, but a lot of you guys want to be backwards compatible. I know I do. That was the one thing I really did not like about the PS3, is that, like, I wanted to play PS2 games on it, but, it doesn't seem like the PS4 will be backwards compatible with the PS3, because the way they're doing like the discs for games is going to be different in a way that prevents used game selling. So like, you're not gonna, that's another thing, you're not going to be able to buy used games. It's going to be different. Like, the game will be associated with your PSN account, which I assume will carry over for your PS3, but what that's going to do is essentially, it's going to mean, like, if I buy a game, let's say, Uncharted 4, which I'll get into later, and, that's going to be associated with my account, and that, like, that disc will be associated with my account, and if it goes into another PS3, it's not going to work like it would. on a PS3. So there probably will be some, like, in the PSN store of today, you can buy some PS2 and PS1 classics. I'll assume there'll be something like that because there are some PS3 games they would be crazy not to put on the PS4. I mean, PS3 is a great system. But anyway, on the streaming topic, Sony recently bought Gaikai, which is it sounds a little weird, but it's a streaming service. I'm guessing it's Japanese or something. And they bought it. And this is a quote from Sony President Andrew House to quote, "To instantly enjoy a broad array of content ranging from immersive core games with rich graphics to casual content anytime, anywhere on the variety of internet-connected devices." So it seems like that will work in conjunction with like the PS Vita and stuff like that. And it will also, they're trying to move into like more streaming and like make gaming almost like Netflix is, I guess, like where you just like stream it to your hard drive or whatever. I don't know, but they did buy that, so I would assume that has something to do with the PS4. As far as specs go, it's rumored to have 8 gigabytes of RAM to bump it up to the Xbox 720's level, because the Xbox 720 is rumored to have 8 gigs of RAM. I don't know too much about this. Price, around $400. That's a little steep, but I don't really, I mean, it's not set in stone. There will probably be multiple versions of it that will maybe cost more or less, but I'm gonna say around $400, maybe $450. I don't know, and I don't know what that is for euros or whatever, but American dollars, probably about 400, 450. It will probably be out. It will be out this year, 2013, by Christmas, because you know Christmas is a big selling point. So I would say it will be out November, December 2013. So that's all I pretty much am going to talk about as far as the PS4 itself. If you want more info on that, I'm sure Robin, I think Robin Gaming did a really good specs thing on that. I think Woody's Gamertag did one as well, and I did reference some of their points, so big thanks to them. So if you want to go check them out, if you're curious for more info on the PS4 itself. But now I'm going to talk about the games, or like, because, you know, I don't know how to explain this, but the system can be cool and all, but if you don't have good launch titles for the system, that's mainly what determines whether or not I get the system. For example, the PS Vita and the newly released Wii U both kind of had a lame launch, and that's mainly the reason I didn't get either of them. And I'm pretty sure Sony is smart enough to fix this. So they've got a whole bunch of titles. If you notice, a lot of the developers are announcing games now, and then saying that they will come out in the near future. And I am betting that's because they're all going to release them for the PS4. But anyway, here are some titles that I think will be out on launch or near launch. Number 1, Killzone 4. I believe Killzone 3 came out, well, obviously it's a PS3 exclusive. I forget exactly when that came out. I think it was, what, 2011? Yeah, I think it's 2011. So I think they should put a new Killzone out, because we really haven't heard anything from the developer Guerrilla Games. So I'm betting that they will release a Killzone 4 for the PS3. Little Big Planet 3, because that's another flagship PS3 franchise, and I love those games to death, man. Those are so much fun. But anyway, Little Big Planet 3 will have a new developer, because Media Molecule is actually working on a new game in itself. It's not really released yet, but we know they're not working on Little Big Planet, and they are working on some games, so I'm guessing that will also be for the PS4. Another idea I had, maybe Infamous 3? I'm not actually sure how they would implement this, but that's another good flagship franchise for the PS3, because that's the PlayStation's big strength, in my opinion, and the main reason why I got it is because of the great exclusive games. So stuff like Ratchet and Clank, which would be sick in next gen, Jak and Daxter, Infamous, Uncharted, stuff like that, I think they will definitely bring out in full force. Also, for all you FPS guys out there, there's a new Call of Duty Activision announced that will come out in 2013, and I will bet that will be a launch title or a near launch title for the PS4. Modern Warfare 4, I don't know. It could be like a completely new franchise. I know Call of Duty has recently bought the names like, instead of Modern Warfare, they have like Space Warfare or Future Warfare and stuff like that. So it will probably be, not probably, but maybe be futuristic, kind of like Black Ops 2 was. But anyway, there's also Battlefield 4. This is announced. Obviously, there was a little promotion back a while ago where if you bought the Medal of Honor Warfighter, I think it's called beta. Sorry, no, the game, you get into the Battlefield 4 beta, which is the only reason I ever considered buying the game. I decided not to because I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. But anyway, I am betting that that will also come out on the new consoles, and I can't wait for that because Battlefield 3 is like I don't know, it's the most insane game ever. Like, just blowing up stuff, going and just, oh man, it's great. But anyway, yeah, I'm betting Battlefield 4, and the game probably the majority of you are most excited about because my channel is primarily of this game, Uncharted 4. I will bet. I won't bet actually, but I would be willing to take a guess that Uncharted 4 will be a launch or near launch title for the PS4, because that is probably, if I had to pick one flagship franchise for Sony, that would be it, Uncharted. And since Naughty Dog has two teams, one is working on The Last of Us, and then the other is working on something, wink wink, and they haven't disclosed it yet, I am willing to bet that that something is Uncharted 4 and that we will see a new Uncharted game. Anyway, also, new Final Fantasy is rumored to be developed, and that if it's rumored to be developed, it will probably end up on the PS4. New MotorStorm is also rumored. That was one of the launch titles for PS3, and they'll probably make a new one again. And also, I think there's going to be some games that will come out for PS3 and PS4, similar to how the Wii U had games like Batman Arkham Asylum that they ported to the Wii U. And I think one of those is going to be The Last of Us. That's the game that Naughty Dog is working on. It will come out, I forget when actually, but I will bet that they will either... Yeah, no, I think they will put that on the PS4 as well. And that looks to be a fantastic game. Alright, Grand Theft Auto 5. I know you guys are excited for it. I'm not at all, but, yeah. I'm betting that one will also go for the PS4 as well. And that the new game that has created quite a buzz recently, Destiny, which is the game developed by Bungie, which, for those of you who don't know, Bungie is the developer of the Halo series, and they started working on a new series, and Destiny looks really awesome. They have also hinted at it, so I'm pretty sure this one will be coming because they said it will be out for Xbox 360, PS3, and they said like for future technology. And I'll bet you anything that's PS4. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all the time, not all the time, but all the info I have for today. Thank you for watching, and before I leave, I would like to say, for those of you guys who are subscribed to me, I am starting Let's Plays in March. For most of you know, I've had a lot of trouble rendering videos recently, and I finally figured it out. So I've got a whole bunch of games started. I've got, let's see, continuing Infamous, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Generations, The Sly Collections, Chrono Trigger, Rayman Origins, SSX, Spyro, Year the Dragon, Transformers, Fall of Cybertron, and tons more. I've got a whole bunch of episodes, like, stored. I just don't have them rendered yet, but they will be starting March, I think it's 2nd, the first Monday in March. They will all be starting up. So yeah, I've got the movie studio problem fixed now, so I will be able to pump out more videos, and I will hope that I keep bringing you awesome content and you guys keep liking it. Thanks for sticking around this long. I know it was a long video, but I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't, and I will keep you posted on the PS4 as soon as it is announced, released, and everything else. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.